Well, our first 3 points on the road for the U's for a number of months. I would imagine a very happy dressing room.
Absolutely. I was saying to someone the other day that, I mean, we probably should have been beaten at Exeter, and then I think we probably should have beaten Burton. So we had 5 points from the 3 games that we were unbeaten, and that kind of unbeaten form breeds a little bit of I suppose in our sense and in the position we're in, a little bit of confidence, but also a little bit of steel. So the fact that we didn't lose, thanks to Steve-O, against Exeter, and we were not quite good enough in the final third against Burton, to come here today and to stand up to another physical threat like Burton was in these boys here in Shrewsbury was exceptional. And then we had the little bit of quality at the other end of the pitch, and I think we could have scored a couple more, to be honest.
The manager mentioned in the build-up about the mentality, certainly for away performances. How key is that, do you think, as a group of players? It's
massive. When you're inside football, you realise how different it is playing at home to playing away from home. You're not surrounded by things that you know. You're not surrounded by people that you know. You don't have the full backing of a stadium. So you have to kind of create an atmosphere within the group in the changing room before, and you have to come out here and you have to get our fans on side and give them something that they're willing to scream and shout and go mad for. And then we have to turn it into a performance on the pitch as well. So there are steps to it, and it is very different. But we've been able today to do that, and feel like we were fully deserving of those 3 points.
And for yourself personally, a couple of goals on the board, you must be pleased with that?
I mean, there's no better feeling. There isn't. It's two incredible crosses. The first one from Jack is unbelievable, to be fair. He is. If Kevin De Bruyne had done that, it would be on repeat on Sky Sports News all night tonight. So it was that good. And Catch has done brilliant getting down the left hand side, and he's lifted his head up. He's rolled it through the centre half's legs, and I mean, it was horrible. I've watched it right onto my foot, and it still bubbled and hit my ankle and gone in the top corner. So it's one of them. When it's your day, it's your day. But yeah, I'm absolutely ecstatic. I'm really happy. We've played really well. We've deserved that result, and we've sent that travelling mob home happy, and they deserve it more than anyone.
Yeah, as well as the timing of the goals. I mean, you look at the first in terms of the character to score it so soon after they had scored, and then to get one in a quick fire fashion straight after the break. It's something that's just gone your way this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a gut punch. You say when you start a game, you say, right, don't concede in the first 5 minutes, and then when you go 1-0 up, they say psychologically you are at your weakest when you go 1-0 up. Whoever that is that goes 1-0 up, that team that scores. And then you go out to the second half and you say, right, keep it tight for 5 minutes. They're going to, especially as the away team, they're going to make some changes. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And it's a gut punch. That's what it is. So, but we were well worth those goals and well worth that win. So yeah, brilliant team performance from the back to the front. Everyone played their part today, and yeah, we deserved that.
And for you, 3 in 4 games since you've been at the club now, you must be loving your time here. Yeah,
I mean it's been brilliant. I said to the manager the other day, I said I've come in here and I've really enjoyed it. The boys have been brilliant, as you would expect. But I've come in here and I've hit the ground running, and that helps infinitely. And that started with the welcome I got from the home fans before the game, and then at half time, and then when I was introduced to the pitch against Fleetwood. So it's really I'm just doing everything I can to prove that I deserve to be here, to be honest with you. I've been a long time without football and it's a horrible and lonely place. I was talking to one of the young boys about it yesterday in training, Sal, who's obviously on his way back from a cruciate injury, and I was saying to him, and like, it's a very lonely place when you're injured, very, very lonely place, and very not just injured, because I wasn't injured for very long, but when you're discarded, you're on the scrap heap, no one really wants you. It's a very lonely place, and no matter how many people tell you that they're there for you and I'll listen and I'll talk to you and whatever, you can't help me. You can't help me. I'm in this on my own. I said that to Sal, and I said to him, look, you've been through the hardest part of this, and you're now getting to the end where you're going to be back in training. I said, so like, keep that in sight and enjoy it for what it is, because this is the best and the worst job in the world.
When we spoke a few weeks ago after your debut against Fleetwood, you said one of the key things you wanted to do, as well as on a personal level, is help the club move away from the shark-infested waters of the bottom four. Do you feel like as a group you're really progressing now?
Well, we're 4 unbeaten, I believe. Am I right now? Yeah. So we're 4 unbeaten, and that is the beginning of it. So to go 1-0 up against Fleetwood and then be pegged back against the run of play, to then have the wherewithal and the guts to go, no, we're not losing this, we're not dropping points, and go and win it, and then to go to Exeter and say, no, we are not leaving here with less than a point. And to turn up against Burton, to fight and scrap and kick and bite and just keep going and going and going, and fall short ultimately, to then turn up here against a team that physically will dominate a lot of teams at this level, and say, no, we are not we're standing up to this, we are not being beaten, we are not dropping points, we're leaving here with all 3, is incredible. And what I've seen here is a group of boys who are, for me, above the position, that are better than the position we are in the league, and that's it. But ultimately, we're the only ones that can go out there on a Saturday and a Tuesday night and prove that we're better than where we are. So we have to keep doing that. We've got Bolton now on Tuesday, so it'll be get home, rest, recover, and get the legs right, and off we go again. Let's go out for another fight.